we got done playing this game on the road and played our hearts out. Guys, early till late, took them to the wire. Final drive, they won the game. And I wondered how they would respond to coming back with one. They got a play that's pretty good, and you wonder about the resiliency of this team, and there's no reason to, because they came to work and they busted their tail. Now they've put themselves in a position to, play the back end of the season for something very significant. And Carter Stanley was, oh my goodness. And I know he was 6 for 7 in the last drive, and with a drop, with a receiver that dropped the ball. So he was 7 for 7 when the chips were on the line. Stephon Robinson, we knew he had that, okay? And 294 all-purpose yards, 186 receiving, 2 touchdowns. Oh, my goodness. We got a good team. We just got to play consistently that way for the length of time of the game, and we will be very happy. So I want you to know something. I think I dang near got squished in the at the stadium. I mean, trying to go across to see Coach and congratulate him on really having a great team. I got squished. I mean, it was a pack of people out there. So great fun.
Raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll bring the mics to you.
Coach, have you ever been a part of a finish like that, and what were you thinking when the Tech player lateraled the ball back?
I thought basically they wanted to score real bad, right? And I knew that when the ball hit the ground and we got it, the timeout had to be the next thing, and it better hurry up. So we got the timeout called. And then we found out, that there's another kick available, which we hit right down the middle.
You guys have had so many close calls. Do you think a win like this and the way that you won can help you do you feel like you've gotten over that hump and you'll be on the other end of those close calls?
Yeah, I think you hit that one on the head. I think that the experience of a team in winning games gives them a reservoir, if you would, or reserve of energy and action that they can use in the next game, because they know that there's a great opportunity for them to win.
That's obviously a pretty pressure kick for Liam. He's also had some kicks blocked the past couple of weeks, had a couple blocked tonight. And for him to deliver in that scenario, what's that going to say about him?
I went over to him and I said, okay. He says, I'm not letting you kick unless you smile. And he said, I'm going to make this one. He was right. I didn't see it go through. I had my eyes closed.
What, were you praying?
I always do. So, early and late.
And then the run game wasn't really working early on, and eventually you guys kind of opened up by throwing deep. Just how critical was that, and the offense finally coming to life?
Well, it gets Puka, on track. A couple 10-yard gains from Puka, and we're back. Getting first downs and having drives, and so if we don't have him in the mix, it's a mistake. So, and it's not one that we made, but we didn't. It'll be interesting to see. So it was a very fluid play calls. There was, they had pressure, we had stuff that we felt like operate pretty well against that pressure. So,
Coach, 3 weeks, 2 games with Brent Dearman as offensive coordinator. Can you kind of sum up what he's meant to this offense, meant to this team, and how you would assess his performance?
well, I would assess his performance as two 500-yard quarterback nights back-to-back. I think it's pretty good. 2,000-yard games. In other words, they had 5 and we had 5. So 22 of 28 first downs, 22 for KU and 28 for the others. Time of possession, 27-32 to 32-28. We got to change. But chunk plays, 4 passes longer than 48 yards. Wow. 415 yards for Carter Stanley. So what he's meant to us is kind of put an opportunity to make our most talented kids efficient and allow them to play great roles in our success.
Coach Miles, I've got 2 questions. First, you've said a lot that this team would be set up to win and play in significant games. Where does this rank for you in terms of significant games and moments?
I've had 2 spectacular memories for life, okay, the Boston College and this game. And where it ranks for me, I don't know, pretty high. But, yeah, enjoyable moments, great team, great people.
And second question, after the game, I saw you hugging Jeff Long afterwards. Could you kind of...
I would never, ever have had that to be on me. Oh, Jeff, I didn't know you were even here. Jeez, go ahead.
Can you give us some idea as to the kind of words you guys were saying amongst each other?
I was saying stuff, I can't even tease that. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed the victory. We enjoyed moments thereafter. So, yeah, with a friend. So,
If you have a question, raise your hand.
it reminded me to tell you the humorous piece I was going to say. I promise you that would have been a...
Sarah.
You guys obviously lost Bryce pretty early on the night. Just
We get him back. That's for the entire game, which is wonderful news. We get the victory. We get Bryce back. It's good.
But just how difficult is it for the secondary and the defense to kind of operate down him? Jeremiah is out too.
He
so.
closed those gaps that were wide open. Okay, in other words, he closed them with adjustments that he would make, signals that he would get from DJ that would, affix the coverage, and we had a difficult time making that work.
Coach, the jubilation reverberated all the way up here. But when you're in the mix, what is the surround sound of celebration? What was that atmosphere like?
It was a jam-packed small area around me that I could not see probably any further than 3 feet, okay? There were people and people and people and people, and I was going across, again, the stadium to, congratulate the coach. The team played awfully hard. And it took forever. I met 150 people I never knew. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, we'll see you later. And I passed. So I can tell you this: that's better than a ride at some amusement park that I've been at. So
Last one with Matt.
The special teams protection issues, obviously, that you guys worked on addressing that in the last week. What was the breakdown there, and I guess how can you get that fixed moving forward?
We probably tried to, the left wing ended up being manned by a larger, longer body, and that made a difference. And it'll be interesting. I want to look at that myself. So I know that one came around both ends. I know that we had an extra point blocked in one piece, and another kick blocked on the other edge. So both edges I know gave up blocks.